Hi, this is Kim Watson, VC Trader. Welcome to a review of the key economic news events which are due to be released in the coming week. Okay, so big stories really. There was no further progress made in resolving the Greek debt crisis. This seems to be going on, and there's even whispers that once again, and you've got to watch out for these whispers, that they may default at some point, which is almost the most likely way out in some respects. It's only just off-putting, almost the inevitable it seems, but we'll see. Looking forward to this week though, we've got the GDP figures coming out for UK, US, and also the key US FOMC meeting now as we progress towards June, which was the original date, which they said they'd probably potentially start increasing interest rates as each one of these gets more important, and all the US data on the way to that meeting, although these meetings get much more important. So it'll be interesting to see how GDP comes out on Wednesday, as well as the FOMC. So big day on Wednesday. Let's run through the week anyway. Today, Monday 27th, no significant news events. Tuesday we've got the GDP UK. This is a prelim, so it's the first figures that come out, the most important. Now we missed by 0.1 last time to 0.5, although it's since been corrected back to 0.6, but that created about a 27 pip move. I think significantly with the UK at the moment, we're unlikely to see too much action in terms of expectation of interest rate increases in the short term, but obviously they could be discussed again, and it's just this discussion of them rather than they're really happening is seeming to move the markets much more. Okay, leading to the US CB consumer confidence. We've seen very small moves off this, but anything at the moment US based may just give us a little bit more of a kicker in the afternoon. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Leading forward then to Wednesday the 29th, we've got the European German PMI. This is released by the different states throughout the morning, so you can get some volatility through the morning as each of the states report, but it's the flash figures. May see some action, but never massively. Then the key figures, really, the US advanced GDP. This is the first GDP figure that comes out for the quarter, and that's due to be released at 1:30. And then we got the FOMC statement at 1900 hours. Both certainly the second one, very, very key at the moment. Leading on to the 30th, we got the Bank of Japan monetary policy statement and press conferences. They don't actually give specific times for these, so there's no way of trying to plan or anything, but we could get some volatility in the early morning throughout the late Asian session. Okay, then we got the European CPI flash estimate at 10 o'clock. This is often led a little bit by the German figures we see out initially, but this is the first number. Last time we saw 7 pips, so it's not a great mover. And then we got the Bank of Canada governor testifying in front of the Finance Select Committee at 15:30 in the afternoon, so maybe a bit of volatility in the Canadian dollar at that point. Leading on to Friday then, we've got the beginning of May, and with it comes the PMI figures, and we've got the UK manufacturing PMI at 9:30 and the US manufacturing figure at 1:30. So again, any US figures I think at this juncture would give probably a bit more kick. Last time we saw 12 pips move on the UK figures and about 34 pips on the US figures, so seeing a difference in terms of their potential hit on the markets. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great week. Bye for now.